students, welcome to the class. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about how the terminal ways are constructed and how these terminal ways are useful in the aircraft areas and what are the major roles and the types of terminal areas we have. So, moving on. These are the topics we are going to cover today. Type of terminals, the principles behind the terminal design, and landside terminal design introduction, and also uh, how a landside technology can improve design of improved capacity and reduce delay, the terminal facilities and services. So, landside. Landside areas include parking facilities, public transportation, terminal building, and all utilities that support the operations of terminals. So, these landside areas, which including baggage counters, parking facilities, and also the mean of public transportations and different terminal buildings, which are on the land side. So all these facilities associated with the movement of passengers and their baggages. So what are the land side facilities we have? So here in the land side, the terminal buildings, the public transportations, parking facilities, passenger movement, and baggage handling. There are in this land side there are different plans for different purposes of uh, movement of passengers and their baggages. Here in the baggage handling, we can hand the baggage and we can also check the baggage with the materials inside. So in the parking facilities, the main of transportation, which they are uh, coming towards to the airport from land side or waterways. So these parking facilities must be provided for the members who are carried to the airport side. So terminal building. Terminal building is nothing but the main building where passengers embark, in which passengers go on board to an aircraft and disembark aircrafts. So the terminals which acts as the front door to the airport and serve as public interface between airside and landside elements. Airside and landside elements. Here in the Hong Kong International Airport, the terminal building is of 1.3 kilometers long and covers an area of 136 acres, and it is the one of the world's largest single airport building, and it can also have 48 aircraft parking stands with boarding gates and air bridges. The terminal has a capacity of 45 million passengers a year, arriving on 460 flights every day. The types of terminals we have is compact module, unit terminal, satellite, transporter, and linear, curvilinear, curvilinear, and peer or finger. Linear curve linear. It is the simplest and the most straightforward. So in this, the simple organization principles works here. It consists of a single processing passenger processing area, primarily appropriate for low activity of in and out for airports. So direct relationship between curbside and the aircraft, direct, which has a direct relationship between curb side and also to the aircraft. It is the centralized passenger processing unit, and for example, the linear or curved linear terminals are McNamara Terminal of Detroit Metro Airport. peer or finger terminals. These are accessed or parked on both sides of an concourse according to usually arranged around the axis of the pier in a perpendicular manner. The passengers are usually processed at the simple terminal location and then routed down a pier where aircrafts are parked in the slots or gates for boarding. This concept fully separates the passenger processing functions from the concourse activities. So, uh, in this concept, in the peer or finger terminals, the passenger processing, the passenger verifications, boarding timings must all these functions are apart from the aircraft areas, so that terminal areas, so that they compare to linear. This concept type increases passenger walking distances from the processing area. Compact arrangements of along the pier allow efficient servicing of the aircraft, thus thus lowering the operating costs for the airlines. This these type of peer or finger uh, terminals, which are accounted to that of Kansai International Airport. These aircrafts are parked on both sides of the concourse. So, in these terminals, in this type of peer or finger terminals, the aircrafts are parked on both sides of the concourse which we provided, and also these aircrafts usually arranged around the axis of the pier in a perpendicular manner. These concepts fully separates in the linear. When compared to that of linear, this increases these type of peer or finger uh, terminals can increase the walkable distance between the crossing area to the aircraft when compared to that of linear. So, satellite. It is completely surrounded by aircraft connected to the processing areas of the terminal via underground at the grade overhead connector parked in a nose in arrangement around the satellite around the satellite. This passenger processing is handled in a separate terminal facility. It works well for heavy activity airport with on-off and large percentage of connecting passengers. These type of satellite terminals is completely surrounded by the aircraft and connected to the crossing areas. This passenger crossing is handled in a separate terminal facility, and it works well for the heavy activity airport. The transporter terminals. It provides a complete separation of passenger facilities from those required to service and maintain the aircraft, and aircraft servicing functions are remotely located from the terminal. These passengers access the aircraft area via the mobile lounges that leave from the terminal gates, go directly to the aircraft. In these type of transporter terminals, the passengers cannot access as quickly as of that linear or curvilinear terminals. They they access these type of terminals via taking a mobile lounges that leave from the terminal gates, so directly to the top aircraft. In this, uh, the use of buses that drop off the passengers adjacent to that of aircraft on the apron, or a vehicle can be arranged at the passenger gate, which picks and carried those passengers to the terminal ways where the aircraft is stopped on that of apron. So the use of these buses that drop off the passengers adjacent to that of aircraft which is on the apron. So the airplane taxiing time to and from the runway is decreased, as well as reduced the amount of aircraft engine noise around the terminal. For the best example of these transporter terminals, we have a Tampa International Airport, which these type of transporter terminal conditions. In these, when compared to that of linear, curvilinear, peer or finger, and also taking consideration of satellite terminals, these transporter terminals have much larger walkable distance when compared to previous terminals, that these in these transporter terminals the passengers must be allowed into a buses or taxis to carry from the passenger gate to the aircraft which is on the apron. So compact module unit terminal. It is defined by the IHEA as two or more separate self-contained buildings. So here the terminal buildings, previously we have seen in the Hong Kong we have a large of 3.2 kilometers and which is located in 136 acres of a terminal building of 3.2 kilometers. Only single building can be arranged for the terminal building there. And here in this terminals, in this compact module unit terminal, we have two or more separate self-contained buildings, each housing a single airline or group of airlines, each having direct access to the ground transportation. Example, the London Heathrow International Airport and the Kennedy International Airport. In this compact module unit terminal, we can see a single, a two or more number of terminals which are having their their self-contained buildings with a single airline or a group of airlines, each having direct access to the top ground transportation. Main function of this terminal airport. The change of movement from car, train, or bus to that of plane is the main function of these terminal airports. So here, the whichever the mean of transportation they are traveling to the towards to the airport, they have to change the type of transportations they are which they are carrying. So this is the main motto of the terminal airport. The processing here, the passenger processing space, ticket check-in counter, and also security check must be done and provide passenger facilities like shopping, toilets, eating, meetings, and greetings, and also business conferences can be done in these terminal airports, and also to provide circulation, processing, and holding space to operate smoothly and to ensure the premium level of services which are provided in these terminal airports. What are the different parts of these terminal buildings we have? A terminal building could be made for passengers, cargo, and for any other specific purposes. It compromises the basics like front side of the terminal where visitors area and check-in area, shop retails, security hold area, and baggage makeup area. Passengers meet and greet area, airlines offices, counters for tours and travels, agency counters for taxi services, lounges for of business class or executive class passengers. These are the parts of uh, utilities we have in these terminal buildings. Visitors area and where the check-in and check-out areas can be seen, and shop retails where the eating, meeting, and is there any conferences, these airline officers where which counters for tours and travels. Introduction to landside technological improvement design to improve capacity and reduce delay. These aircraft guidance, surveillance, and control airport access. So, airspace use procedures, weather and atmospheric effects on the aircraft, the noise control and abatement, and airport surface utilization, and terminal facilities and services. So, here going through aircraft guidance, surveillance, and control in this aircraft guidance, the microwave landing system, which improve precision of navigation, make more flexible the for the use of airspace, and also under the surveillance radar to improve surveillance and also reduce the separation. These traffic management techniques, which improve traffic flow and which alternatively access to the airport, and the terminal curb front design, and which facilitates airport entrance and exit out to that airport, and airport circulation roads facilitates automobile traffic flow. So these are the aircraft guidelines and surveillance and to control what is the airport access. How these terminal curb front design facilitate airport entrance and exit. So airport circulation roads facilitates automobile traffic flow. Automobile traffic flow. Airspace use procedures to reduce the lateral separation for parallel and converging runways, increase utilization of multiple runways in IMC, which reduced longitudinal separation and also reduced in trail separation. So in the airspace use procedures, we have these lateral separations for parallel and converging runways, which increase the utilization of multiple runways in IMC. So separate short runways for small aircrafts and segregate air traffic by size and speed. Here the the wake of vortex detections in the weather and atmospheric effects to reduce in trail separation and wind shear detection can be done with the weather atmospheric data we have, and alert pilots to wind shear. Noise control and abatements. Here, the control of aircraft noise and to reduce this aircraft noise, uh, the main purposes we have to control of aircraft noise and to reduce these aircraft noise, and also aircraft operating procedures must be known to reduce these noise pollutions which are occurred by the aircraft, and to lessen or distribute noise impacts. Airport surface utilization. Airport surface utilization. Surveillance and
Control of these airport surface utilization improves surveillance and control and guidance of these aircraft on ground. High-speed turnoffs and improved taxiways to reduce runway occupancy time and also taxiway marking and lighting, increase efficiency of taxiway use, apron and gate facilities, improve docking at gate, improve aircraft maintenance and servicing. These are the conditions which we see on airport surface utilization, high-speed turnoffs and improved taxiways. So, terminal facilities and services. Terminal building design increase utility and efficiency of terminal buildings, passenger movers, improve circulation in terminal and also reduce walking distance. So the terminal facilities must provide services like improve circulation in terminal and also to reduce walking distance of passengers from terminal gate to the aircraft, and ticketing, expedite ticket purchase and passenger check-in, baggage handling, expedite baggage check-in, transfer and pickup, passenger security screening, make screening faster and more reliable for the easy passage and quick access of passengers to the terminal gates. So, Federal Inspection Services expedite customs and immigration clearance. So, in these terminal facilities and services in the airport, we provide easy access of uh, passengers through terminals from aircraft, uh, and baggage checking, transfer of these baggage and also pickup of these baggage and kept into the aircraft. Passenger security screening, make screening faster and more reliable. So the screening should be done very easy and faster in ways, and also the screening must have high reliable conditions for the easy passage of passenger to the terminal gates, and also to clear the customs and immigration clearance. The facilities which are required at terminal building, access and landslide interface, crossing, holding areas, airlines, and support activities. Here, access and landside interface from the mean of transport which they are traveling towards to the airport, the easy means of access should be attained at any parts of the city or uh, any parts from the airport to any part of the city, so that easy access and landside interface can be done from the terminal buildings, and also processing of these checkout passengers can be done easily with a smooth manner, and also these holding areas where the taxiways or mean of transportation which they are like to travel can be easily accessed and granted to the passengers from the checkout areas or these terminal buildings. Airlines and support activities. To ease the transfer of passenger flows, the facilities include curbside loading and unloading of these luggage or baggage which they are having, and also curbside baggage check-in where it is permitted. Shuttle services to parking lots and other terminals, loading and unloading areas for car, buses, taxis, and also rapid surface modes of transport. Crossing. The areas are designated for the formalities associated with crossing passengers. The facilities include airline ticket and passenger check-in, baggage check-in, gate check-in, and these are the processings which a passenger must do, and the facilities include airline ticket, and these passengers check in with their baggage check in, and also in the gate clearance check in, incoming and outgoing customs, immigration control, security check areas, and baggage claim to the person or the passenger. Holding areas, the areas where passengers wait, in some case with airport visitors between period occupied by passing through the various process, the facilities required, the passenger lounges, general departure and gate lounges, passenger service areas like washrooms, internet access, and public telephone, and uh, restaurants, bar, and duty-free shops. So the observation decks and visitor lobbies must be arranged for those passengers who arrived to the airport in the holding areas. Airlines and support activities. The facilities must be provided in these airlines and support activities are airline offices, rest and refreshment areas for pilot and crew. Here, in these airline support activities, the pilot and crew should get rest and refreshed. So the area should be airline offices should be in the terminals where the pilots and crew can get rest. The airport management offices, security services. These are the airport management offices where the security and also services can be provided without any disturbances in the airport. Governmental offices, police, health, immigration offices, and support areas for those maintenance staff, and the design must also cater to the need of the airlines airport and support personal working in the terminal area. Services required at terminal building: check-in, immigration duties, security checks, passenger screening, baggage screening, parking facilities, and public transport. Here, what are the different types of services required at terminal building? Check-in. In an airport, check-in are service counters found at commercial airports which are handling commercial air travel. The check-in is normally handled by an airline or a handling agent working on behalf of that airline. The passengers usually hand over any baggage they do not wish or not allowed to carry on to that aircraft's cabin. So, in these check-in counters, their agent working on behalf of that airline, the passengers usually hand over any baggage. Here, the baggage counters, the passengers who are carrying the heavy baggage, they don't want to carry those luggage. These luggage can be handed to that handling agent, so that the carry-on aircraft which are allowed, which are not allowed to carry on to the aircraft's cabin, and receive a boarding pass before they can proceed to board their aircraft. Immigration duties. Here, in this immigration, the responsibilities for monitor persons who leave or enter the country, checking for appropriate documentation, arresting people wanted by the international arrest warrants. Here, in this immigration, the responsibilities for the immigration officers should be monitor the persons who leaves or enters to the country, and also check the appropriate documentations, and if the passenger who is an wanted criminal by the international arrest warrants we have, we can arrest those people and also block the entry of dangerous people into the country. security checks. The passenger screening here confirming the identity of travelers, checking a photo ID and transports, body screening using metal detectors, and baggaging screening using X-ray machine. In these security checks, we must check whether the person in the baggage, is there any unconditional things which he is carrying through the airport. So these has to be banned, and also kept. These materials can be kept aside in the security checks. Passenger screening. The purpose to ensure that certain prohibited items don't board commercial airliners. Every passenger thus is screened by the airport security staff using the latest screening techniques to prevent any terrorist or criminal activities by the passengers. So every piece of the luggage is screened for explosives using the latest technology and equipment before being placed on a plane. On a plane, metal objects will be detected and produce alarm sound at the passenger screening. Baggage screening. The X-ray machines place all carry-on baggage and any items you are carrying with you on the belt of the X-ray machines. The laptop, computers, and video cameras with uh, must be removed. Cassettes must be removed from their carrying cases and placed in one of the bins provided. You will also need to remove your coat, jacket, suit jacket, or blazer and place it in one of the bins. These items go through the X-ray machine and they check thoroughly is there any uh, materials which are unwanted unwantedly carrying by you. So these materials, if there are suspect anything from you, they can take you to the inquiry room and hold you for a long. And after the checking, after the inquiry, they leave to the terminal gate for entering into the aircraft. Here, in the baggage screening, the laptops or computers which we are carrying and video cameras, cassettes must be removed from the carrying cases. Must be removed from the carrying cases. If we are carrying a laptop or laptop in the baggage, these laptops are to be removed from that cases and placed in one of the bins provided. You will also need to remove your coat, jacket, or suit jacket or blazers which we are having can be screened through the X-ray machine. Parking facilities. Public parking facility for airline passengers near terminal building of airport parking for airline passengers far away from terminal building with lower charges. Separate parking for airport employee far away from the terminal area. These airport workers using bus to go to the terminal area. Car rental parking for taxi or airport limousine close the terminal building, pick up, drop off. Here, the parking facilities must provide to the working employees and for the passengers. So, public parking facility for airline passengers near terminal building and for the uh, and for the airline passengers far away from the terminal building with lower charges. And these employees who are working in the airport have a parking area far away from the terminal area so that airport workers can use bus for going to that of terminal area close to the terminal buildings. Pickup and dropping off can be done. Public transportations, taxis, and other mean of vehicles. The airport taxis or airport vehicles are provided by airport limo. The taxis and are readily available at the taxi and limousine counters. Bus, both public and private bus connect to several points in here. We have uh, express trains, aero trains, buses, taxiways. The mean of public transport is provided in the terminal areas. Express trains. So the passengers can use any public mean of transportations from leaving the terminal way to the place where they have to move on. They have to move on. So thank you and see you in the next ones.